What's going on, my fellow Farmall brothers and sisters? All right, it's got a good deal on something today, so stay tuned, and I'm going to flip this camera around and show you what I just picked up. Couldn't beat the deal. All right, my friends, we are back. So I was going to continue this last night, but it got a little dark and it got a little chilly by the time I got home, and by the time I got the trailer unhitched, I really didn't have time to do the video last night. But I'm going to spin this around, show you guys what I picked up. I believe from researching it, what looks to be is a 1944 model 10A 6.5 foot disc plow, and it looks like the other piece is a probably about the same era. Probably 1940, it could be earlier than 1944, I'm not sure. So when I spin the camera around, you guys take a look, tell me what you think. But it's one of the Spring Tooth Harrows. I got the pair of these for 250 bucks. Couldn't beat it. And you know, $50 for that Spring Harrow, I couldn't leave that behind. It's a piece of history. So I figured if I use it, I use it. If I don't, I'll restore it. Either way, both these pieces, I'm gonna end up restoring them. Not this season, because this season I got too much going on right now with everything else. And I want to kind of use this disc plow one. I actually want to hook it up behind the H and drag out these gardens this year. Depending if that Spring Tooth works, I might give that a whirl and see how it runs. But I'm thinking I might wait until next winter, and then I'll probably go ahead and do the restoration on those. I think it'd be a kind of neat piece, interesting piece, breaking that down and doing that. So anyway, so let's make this video kind of short. I'm going to spin this around, let you guys have eyes on, see if anybody recognizes what they are, and see if I'm correct on what I found. If I'm not, feel free to let me know. So let's spin this around. All right, so here is the disc plow, and it's all in actually really good shape. Apparently he replaced the bearings and the discs on this. I mean, I would say quite a few years back, but not that long ago. So the discs and all are in excellent shape. He said all the grease fittings good. It's actually taken grease. He's greased it already. Probably a few years back. But all in all, everything seems to be in really nice shape. For the most part, it got up on the trailer really easy. Didn't have much of an issue. I haven't had a chance to really thoroughly go over it, see if there's any breaks or any issues. But from what I'm seeing so far, everything doesn't look too bad. I'm going to go ahead and pan this out so you guys can take a second to soak this in and see if I'm correct on it being like a 1944 10A. Now the reason I'm thinking 44 is because it looks like in 45 they changed the string to a handle from what I've been seeing. Like I said, I could be incorrect, but this one's got the pull rope for doing the reset. So like I said, I'm guessing you know, this is a 44. But anyway, so here's a little closer up. There's the hitch and the string, and apparently everything here as far as the mechanism, it all works. Yeah, I mean, I think when I restore it, we're going to replace all the hardware on it. Just put all new bolts and everything on it. I mean, it depends. I mean, some of it might be salvageable. Some of it, it's seen its better days. I mean, even like this, it's got a slight bend to it, so it's worthwhile to replace. But for the most part, everything seems to be pretty good. Now it does look like somebody did a patch here at one point, because it looks like that broke on the angle. So again, no biggie. Just gonna have to re-weld and fix that together. I might brace it a little differently so it doesn't have that brace on there. But again, 200 bucks. I mean, would you guys pass this up for 200 bucks? You know, I didn't want to. And then here's the Spring Tooth. And like I said, everything seems intact. All the springs, everything seemed to work. I pulled it yesterday. All in all, it seems like it's in pretty decent shape. So again, even if I do or don't use it, it's a nice piece of history. So for $50, I didn't want to see it just lay there in the ground and just continue to rot away, or them to finally sell it to somebody and they take it and scrap it. Again, they're not going to build this shit anymore. Can't keep scrapping everything. But all the levers, all the springs, everything's there, everything's intact. So again, you guys want to take this in, 3 handles. See if I'm correct. If it's a, I'm thinking it's earlier than a 44. I've never used one, so I don't know, and I've never researched them. So tell me what you guys think. See if that, see if you guys have like the lowdown on the possible year on this. Now obviously Spring Tooth Harrow is correct. Just don't know what the year is. So that was my fun for the evening. Like I said, I couldn't pass it up. So I think the H will pull this thing just fine. Obviously, I'm not going to let it dig in too deep into the dirt, and I'm probably never going to really load the boxes. I don't really think I have to go that deep here. But I know the 300, obviously, once that's done, that thing will pull this thing like it's nothing. But I was kind of planning on getting one for the Cub. You know, I think this might be a little bit big for the Cub. I think instead of the Cub pulling it, it may pull the Cub. I don't know, the Cub might pull it when the discs are straight. I think when they're turned to start tearing up the ground, I don't think the Cub's going to handle this. I think it might be a little much for it. So anyway, all right, but that's it for the video, guys. So make sure you hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Got some big things going on this week on this Cub. I'm going to show you all the parts that came in, and yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing up this Cub and getting this thing up and running. This thing will be pretty nice. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any insight on this these 2 pieces of equipment I picked up, and tell me what you think. So until next time, thanks for watching. Not too bad. It's been about 2 months since I've started the old girl up, and she fired right up. Stalled out after it fired right up. Pulled the choke, gave it a couple more cranks, fired right back up again. You know, this old H. I love this old girl. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start unloading that trailer. Let's get that stuff off of there, because I may be looking at possibly a Super C. So we got to get this trailer emptied out, and then I got to get this thing over, start getting this winch on there, and hopefully a future video will be showing loading up a Super C. So I guess we'll see. Got a little skip to her, but not too bad. For an engine that's never been rebuilt, can't argue with it at all, right? All right, let's get this trickle charger unhooked, and let's get some chains out. I love this old H. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing on around here and start getting these chains out.